Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to another speed test. We have the Huawei P30 Pro up against the iPhone XS Max. The iPhone XS Max is the most powerful one when it comes to the benchmark numbers. We have seen the Huawei P30 Pro display its amazing performance against the S10 Plus. But let's see if we can keep that up against the latest and the greatest of the Apple, which is the iPhone XS Max. So as always, we'll begin with a boot up test. Here we go. And got the logos on about the same time. Let's see which one boots up quicker. This is iOS 12.2, the latest one for the iPhone XS Max. Let's see if it actually improves its speed or not. So, okay, so the P30 Pro boots up quicker, and the iPhone is done as well. So as always, everything is closed up in the background on both phones. And just a general information about the RAM, the P30 Pro comes with 8 gigs of RAM, whereas the iPhone XS Max only has 4 gigs of RAM. We have seen in the previous test that it does refresh applications, but let's see if it can keep everything in this test or not. As always, we're going to start off with the basic stuff first, starting with the phone dialer. Here we go. And as you can see, the P30 Pro just blazes through the system-based application. The iPhone has the smoothest animations, which I really like. Let's check out settings. And once again, same result. Alright, moving on to the third-party applications, starting with Subway servers on both phones. And let's see. Okay, so the Mate 20 Pro is faster in loading up this game. You can see. Let's go ahead and launch Asphalt 9 on both phones and see who is going to be quicker. The iPhone XS Max, first one to land the loading page. Let's see if it can finish faster. No, so the Mate 20 Pro finishes up a lot quicker than the iPhone XS Max. Spotify, and a little bit quicker on the P30 Pro. Pin out. And that felt about the same on both phones. Cora, and slightly quicker on the Mate 20 Pro. If we just go ahead and scroll, feels really smooth on both phones. Smash Hit, another game. And that is exactly the same. SoundCloud. And quicker on the Huawei P30 Pro. YouTube. And once again, it's quicker on the P30 Pro. Next up, we have Twitter. And that is really quick on the P30 Pro. Again, a bit of a different feed. If we scroll around, looks smooth on both phones. Let's go all the way on the top. Really smooth scrolling speed. Photoshop Express and the P30 Pro quicker with the loading of the gallery. Let's quickly edit an 8K image on both phones. So you can see the iPhone loaded that up just a tiny bit faster. We're going to apply the spring effect on both phones all the way to the max, and also set the clarity to the max as well. And time to export this in the maximum quality. So here we go. And let's see which one finishes up quicker. The iPhone XS Max, super quick with the 8K rendering. P30 Pro finishes up just a tiny bit late. Moving on to Instagram, and that is a bit quicker on the iPhone XS Max with the latest feed. Let's see the scrolling speed here. So you can see very smooth on both phones, no lag whatsoever. Let's launch the camera at the same time. You can see the iPhone is always the fastest with the Insta camera. It always loaded up quicker compared to pretty much any Android phone that I've tested. They always take a bit of time. Now let's load my profile, and that is super fast on the iPhone XS Max. If we load up the feed. And last but not the least, I'm going to be launching cameras at the same time. Here we go. And that's quicker on the iPhone XS Max. Now moving on to the browser war. First website we have is wikipedia.org, and as you can see, that is really quick on the P30 Pro. Again, scrolling looks very smooth on both phones. To be honest, it feels a little bit more smoother on the iPhone side. Just feels a bit more high frame rate, almost you can say more of a buttery feeling. If I zoom in and out, no problem whatsoever. It's just a scroll that it feels a little bit more polished here. Moving on to gsmarena.com, and That is faster on the iPhone XS Max, so that's a comeback right there. If we scroll down, again, no problem. It just feels a little bit smoother on the iOS side compared to the P30 Pro. Now time for the RAM management and see if the iPhone is still keeping the apps in the memory or not. Phone dialer still there. Settings, still there. Subway Surfers, both phones are still keeping it in the memory. Asphalt 9, still there. And it's still there on the... No, okay, it crashed. Wow, so the iPhone crashed it, whereas we have this network refresh, this app does that always. Actual app was still there in the memory. The iPhone sort of crashed it all together. Spotify, still there. Pin out. Quora, smash hit. So far, the P30 Pro is going perfect, whereas the iPhone only had one really bad refresh. It just crashed the application. YouTube, Twitter, Photoshop Express, still there. And we're back to the Instagram application. And back to the browser. So only one refresh on the iPhone, whereas it was perfect on the P30 Pro. Overall, I have to say the performance on the P30 Pro is really good, and it was faster in loading up some of the games compared to the iPhone. So Apple did some improvement with the iOS 12.2, especially in the RAM management with only one refresh. Obviously, it's just 4 gigs of RAM. So P30 Pro is going strong. Let me know what more speed comparison you want to see. If you want to see a comparison against the OnePlus 6T, let me know. There is a battery drain test coming very soon, so stay tuned for that, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.